Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Joanne, IR Inc., and the Follow the Money Group for the invitation to present today. I'd like to thank everybody who signed on and who's taking the time to listen to the Warrior Gold story. For everyone's benefit, because I know that we have an audience of technical and non-technical people, I'm going to make this a technical light presentation. As Brandon said, he'll take your questions, so I look forward to those at the end. But anybody who would like a in-depth technical presentation, please let us know, and we can get in touch after the presentation. So let's talk about Warrior Gold and the investment opportunity. Forward-looking statement, I do have to tell you, I will be making forward-looking statements. Now you've been forewarned. In today's presentation, I'm going to start with a video. We've just completed this project. It's a high level, it should give you a high level appreciation of the Goodfish-Kirana project. Then I'm going to talk about the team, our capital structure, and then we'll talk about the asset. That'll be the main body of the project, our COVID-19 response, project property details, geological potential on where we're drilling. What's next for Warrior Gold and why invest in Warrior Gold? So essentially, we have a great asset in a top-tier mining camp and country, and a committed and experienced management team that wants to take this project through to discovery. So as I mentioned, I'm going to queue up this video. It's 3 minutes long. It'll provide a great overview, and you'll see why we're so excited about Warrior Gold. So I hope that gives you all a general appreciation of the Goodfish-Kirana project in Kirkland Lake. And so now I'm going to go into a little detail, a little bit about myself. That's me in the center. I lead the team. I am an exploration geologist. I worked in Northern Canada during my undergraduate in Ontario. And then I spent the bulk of my career working overseas. I spent 15 years in different countries: Venezuela, Cuba, Botswana, Ecuador, Peru. During that time, I was very fortunate to work on a couple of projects that led to discoveries. Most notably, I was on the early discovery, the early exploration team that led to the discovery of the Fruta del Norte project. All of this is to say, I know the process, the discipline, and the thrill of discovery, which is why I'm the CEO of Warrior Gold. We have a tremendous amount of expertise on our team. Melissa Render is our principal consulting geologist. She has worked for majors, mid-tiers, and juniors in Canada and globally. She has an in-depth knowledge of the Abitibi, and she's also software savvy, using all the latest technical tools to analyze and process our data, as well as plan our exploration programs. Tom Nealons is our chief geologist, a very experienced geologist. He has an in-depth global knowledge of not just greenstones, but of the discovery process. He put some of the first drill holes into the calcite zone in Detour Lake in Ontario, as well as the Choco 10 Carolina zone. And those drill holes led to the discovery of many more ounces of gold. So we also have a full complement of consultants that we access when we need them. Tom Setterfield has been with us from the very, very early days. Our board, we have a board with backgrounds in both capital markets and in geology. Steve, I'm not going to go into great detail here. Their bios are all on the website. Steve Burleton was on the team that sold Richmont Mines to Alamos. Gary Nassif is a PGO, senior VP at Jarrett Canyon, a private gold mine. And he was also the geologist on the team that sold the Trani project to IAMGOLD. And Pete Winnell is a VP, or was a VP at Octagon Capital, a successful boutique brokerage firm. So, and our advisors, Gary, Terry, and Bill, all have extensive knowledge of the camp. And I'd like to credit Gary Grabowski with encouraging me to take a project on that was off the break. A little bit about the company. We were private from 2013 to 2017. That's when we consolidated the land package. In February 2018, we merged with a publicly listed company on the venture, and then we rebranded in September of 2018 to Warrior Gold. So currently we have 80.5 million shares out. We're fully diluted at 99 million. We're trading right now around 12 cents. Our market cap is $9, and management and insiders own 10%. We closed a financing at the end of June. It was oversubscribed and about $1 million in gross proceeds, both flow through and hard dollar units. Okay, so the asset, or the video gave you an overview of the asset. I'd like to add here how important it is that we are in Canada, and Canada is a tier 1 mining jurisdiction, which means that getting to work is not as challenging as doing exploration in politically less stable countries. We're in the Abitibi Greenstone Belt, one of the richest and highest grade greenstone belts in the world. Over 200 million ounces have been produced to date. And we're 10 minutes from downtown Kirkland Lake, a camp that has produced 40 million ounces. The project is 6 hours from downtown Toronto. And with respect to our COVID-19 restrictions, mining and exploration is an essential service in Ontario. The Timiskaming district had a few cases, and the town of Kirkland Lake had 3, all of which were resolved very early. Our team on the ground is comprised of locals and outsiders. All the outsiders test before they go north. And once they're there, everyone respects the physical distancing and other protocols that are required to keep this virus in check. I gotta take a sip of water here. Thank you. Sorry. COVID-19 did not slow us down. We Zoom met with many people and did technical presentations. We created a new website. We completed the movie. We did a financing and we planned a drilling and exploration program. So more about the asset. This is a large land package. It's 11.5 kilometers long by 3 kilometers wide. If you are from Toronto, that's like going from Union Station to York Mill Subway and then half of that. And if you're international and New York, it would be like going from Wall Street to the upper end of Central Park and then half of that. There are 18 historical pits and shafts on the property, including underground workings from the 1800s. We are in very good company with Agnico Eagle to the south and east and Kirkland Lake Gold on the other side. We are hosted in Beaver House First Nations territory with whom we have established a very good working relationship. So we are next door to 7 mines that have produced over 25 million ounces of gold over the last 100 years. Reasons why the Warrior Gold property hasn't been explored before, first of all, or extensively. First of all, because it was held by 7 different landowners. And the next reason would be that there's an old myth in the camp that says if you're not on the break, you're not going to find gold. And we know that this isn't true. It's a myth. And that 3 companies in the Abitibi that found gold off the break that I can name are Chirwani's Cote Lake deposit, which was 7 million ounces off the break, sold for 530 million. Probe's Borden Lake deposit, 12 million ounces off the break, sold for over 526. And then Upper Beaver, which is 15 kilometers to the east of us, off the break, several million ounces, bought by a Cisco for 520 million. So that's that myth. You can see from this screen grab that I took from the video, on the left, this is the illustration of the 7 mines and how deep they've gone. The Kirkland Lake Gold is currently mining that yellow hotspot at the South Mine Complex, and the average grade there is 17.2 grams per ton. The ore bodies get richer as they get deeper in this camp. Our land package on the right, great illustration, not explored below 200 meters. And so the potential to find something new is very real. So the Goodfish is hosted in highly prospective geology. This is a regional map. The property geology is actually more complex. I can't show it at this scale, but this map shows you that we are 5 to 6 kilometers north of the Cadillac-Larder Lake deformation zone. And this break is 250 kilometers long and goes at least 15 kilometers deep and is thought to be the central plumbing system, the conduit for a lot of the gold-rich fluids that have been deposited in the mines in the camp. So our property geology is favorable. It's a mixture of volcanics and intrusive rocks. And we've got 3 gold-bearing structures, the Goodfish Deformation Zone, the Kirana, and the Victoria Creek Fault. Other tools that we use to determine where we want to drill and the prospective sites are geophysics. So on the left, that is our airborne magnetics. And you can just see this pink blob that's kind of in an S shape. This indicates to us that the rocks are folded and deformed and potentially providing the right setting for the gold-rich fluids to drop out gold. Also, at the contacts between the pink and the blue, that's an indication that the rocks are changing and also potentially favorable locations for more gold. On the right-hand side, we have our LiDAR with our gold showings. LiDAR is the same technology that the police use to figure out how fast you're going. It's a radar. It's mounted in a plane. It takes a photograph, essentially, of the surface of the earth without the trees. So you use this as your new base map, your topo map, and you take that and you plot your gold showings, and then you put your geophysics on it, geology, geochemistry, and it helps you identify prospective sites. So we're pleased with the results of this work. So, and we also know that we're seeing the right rocks. So what you're looking at here is a diamond drill core that's been cut from our 2019 fall campaign. And I'm showing you that you have a, let me see if I can just find this arrow again, a brecciated, a shear zone that goes into a brecciated zone and that goes again into a shear zone. Where's the arrow? Can't see the arrow. No. Okay, well, I can't see the arrow, so I'm going to just describe. If you, the first 4 rows up to 0.18 is the beginning of the shear, and then we get into the brecciated zone, starts at 1.135 grams per ton, and we're coming out of it, the brecciated zone, at 1.06 grams per ton. Again, all good indicators that we're in the right neighborhood for gold. So what have we done to date? In March of 2019, we put the geological consulting team together for a targeting exercise. Melissa had put all of our data into 3D, and we brought the geophysicists, structural geologists, geochemists, geologists all together. And we put a list of criteria together to determine where we wanted to drill. And that exercise yielded 19 targets, which were generated and ranked. And from that exercise, we decided that the Goodfish was where we wanted to drill. Up until recently, we have put 30 holes into the Goodfish zone, and 27 on 30 of those holes either hit a high-grade intersection or trace gold. So drilling has confirmed mineralization and the structure. This is a zoom in on the Goodfish and where we're focusing our efforts right now. The black and white squares are the old mine workings. The stars are prospective target zones, and the yellow traces, dashed lines interpreted and solid where we think the structures are going. Our 2019 results are on the side, 104 grams over a meter, 11.52 over 3, 103 over 5, half a meter at C zone, and 104.5 grams over a meter also. So all of these, yes, some of them, they're narrow, but they're all really shallow, and they're all good indicators that we're onto something. So what's next for Warrior Gold? We've recently completed a diamond drilling program, 2,800 meters, 7 holes in the A and 2 in the C zone. Core cutting is going on. It should be finished at the end of next week. We hope that our results will be out mid to late September. We have just mobilized a crew to map and sample. And we are striking up an allegiance with Neil Banerjee from the University of Western. So we will be doing some academic studies that are going to help us vector towards finding gold. And we'll be preparing for a drill program. So why invest in Warrior Gold? Great asset. I can't say how excited we are about this. It's highly prospective. It's in a world-class mining camp. It's in a tier 1 country. We have year-round access. We're close to town. People can live at home, and they have running water. They can cook for themselves. We're not worried about building a camp. all of our exploration, that means all of our exploration dollars and our focus goes into the ground. And we have a skilled workforce in Kirkland Lake. And as well, we've got the Government of Ontario, which has a technical office, very helpful when looking for archive data and permitting process. Just always great to have the Ontario government's office there. Our property is underexplored. It's never been given a chance because of historical bias. We have an excellent management team that wants to drive this project to discovery, and we have a lot of skin in the game. And we are coming into a bull market. So with that, if you have any questions, I'm happy to take them.
My camera turning back on there. Thank you very much, Danièle, for going through that presentation. And I think a lot of people were talking about the video. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
I really like that. That gives a really good representation of what we should be expecting. There was 8 or 9 comments in a row talking about that. So whoever you went to that, they did a very good job.
Moon Patrol.
Oh, there you go. So for anyone else, if you're with a company and they don't have one of these, you know who to go to now. But let's head over to the question and answers. I saw some of them start flowing in, so we'll start right off with Frank here. And it's, what are you the most excited about?
Oh, I'm not allowed to say. Well, I'm not allowed to say. Well, the 19 targets, the A zone, the C zone, the B zone. I'm excited about just the potential for the whole property because it is so underexplored. So if A and, well, and I don't even want to say if A and C don't pan out, we're in Kirkland Lake, and Kirkland Lake has produced a lot of gold. So I'm most excited about finding more.
Fair, very fair. Going on with the questions that we have here, have you been in talks with any of the majors regarding location of your property?
Talks with the majors. We haven't had formal talks with majors or mid-tiers, but we have presented to several groups. Yes, I can say that. And we've done the technical presentation from beginning to end.
Very nice. Glad to hear. The next one is, when do you expect to go back to the market to continue drilling? Do you have those plans already set?
We will figure that out after we analyze the results from this drill program. And then we'll have a better understanding of what it is exactly when we'll go to market. Thank you.
Absolutely. This next one is here. It's from Jason. And he's asking, does any of the mineralization outcrop at surface?
Yes, it does. If you, yes, I'm just going to say, yes, it does. That's the problem with Kirkland Lake. There is a lot of gold in the camp, and you see that on that LiDAR map, all those gold showings. And I have a geology friend who likes to complain about the Kirkland Lake camp. He said everybody and their sister has a gold vein with a fleck of gold, like because gold is everywhere. So yes, it does outcrop at surface. That's a fair answer. Is the answer, Jason?
Absolutely. This one I put in there, but for a gentleman named Willie, is this? Oh, just I did that. It just moved on me. Forgive me here. This one is from Victor. I'll go back to the other one there. Victor, how many drill holes or meters is going to be reported?
It's going to be, we did 2,800 meters and 9 holes. Nice. 7 in the A and 2 in the C zone.
Perfect. Thank you. The next question here, we go back to the question here. What is the deepest drill hole that you've currently done?
In this, prior to this last program, we were no more than 200 meters down. And this program, we've done drill holes as deep as 550 meters long and about 350 meters, 300 to 350 meters deep. Okay,
so more than double what you've previously done.
Yeah, it's the first time that, Yes, we are targeting, if you look on the website on the long section, you'll see that we're targeting our drilling to go under the previous zones and then to the east and the west.
Very interesting. Oh, I appreciate it. And a good question there, Willie. Jason asked the exact same question, so I'll go right back to that because that's the exact same. We have another one here. Not sure if I missed it in the presentation, but is the company currently drilling, and is the drilling campaign fully funded, or do you need to raise more capital for it?
No, we finished drilling a week ago, and we don't need any money right now, and it's yes, it's fully funded.
Absolutely. Well, we got a few more questions just came in here as well as I'm putting them into here. The next one would be from Richard, and Richard asks, what about your cash position and need for funding? Actually, very close to what we just said there, but I don't believe you answered. It wasn't asked cash position. So why don't we go for that part of the question?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I was just going to say that we closed that financing at the end of June. So this is mid-August. So I spent it, but I haven't spent it all, not yet.
Gotcha. So there's still some there.
Yeah.
Do you have any commentary? This is from Richard as well. Do you have any commentary on your current valuation? How should shares trade versus changes in the price of gold?
Oh, I can't answer that question. That's not my skill set. I'm an exploration geologist. So I would count on someone else to help me with that.
That's why we build teams and board of directors, right? We put ourselves around various different people where they have their strengths and opportunities and all that kind of stuff. So very fair there on that question. The next question is from Jason again, and he's asking, are the high-grade intercepts getting longer at depth?
We'll be able to answer that in a few weeks, Jason. We'll find out.
So very soon to come. I'm staring at the camera too, so I didn't even see if there was a smirk there or something to give it away, but answer soon to come. Well, I believe we've gotten through all these different questions that were here and gone through. So please, if you do have any questions, feel free to throw it into this question period. We do have a few more minutes here. Otherwise, we will be shaping up to have a nice ability for everyone to, again, grab that coffee, get back those emails and whatever have you. But we'll see if a few come in here. But Danièle, I appreciate this very much. I know that we spoke back at PDAC, which seems like a lifetime ago from everything that we've been through since March. But it's nice to see you and your company continuing to push forward, regardless of COVID, and still pushing forward and really trying to make that mark and trying to get to where you believe your company should be. So I appreciate very much for your time throughout all of this.
Thank you, Brandon.